Welcome back to Makeup a Love Story, and today is all about the great stuff that worked for me this year. So the last video was all about the stuff that didn't work for me in 2018. So today is all about the stuff that did work for me in 2018. So I hope I don't have any gloss on my teeth. I always feel like when I'm wearing gloss that I'm gonna have something on my teeth. I don't know if any of you have that experience, but that's just a weird random fact about me. So I hope that you're enjoying your love story, and I hope that you hit like on this video and that you subscribe, and I hope you're having a great day. It's the weekend, so that means it's a little easier for me to film. I'm having a really great day and I'm off to a good start. I got up early. I've already went and had breakfast. I don't know if you have Cracker Barrel where you live, but my favorite breakfast food is biscuits and gravy, so that's a weird random fact about me too. So it's the Christmas season, and my brother lives about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So we went and had breakfast with him before he left to go back out of town. And so went and saw my brother and my nephew and exchanged some gifts and just enjoyed some family time with him and my mom this morning. And so yeah, came back to shoot this video and then go finish up some Christmas stuff. But I was really looking forward to doing this video. And so I wanted to come in, and I've got my little list here, so I may look down some at my list, but I also have my items spread out in front of me. You can't see them, but I can. And so I'm gonna hop into the video, and we're gonna talk about the stuff that I really enjoyed this year. I didn't start filming until late in the fall, but I have been testing products all year long because I kind of knew I was gonna jump into starting a channel. So I've been testing products throughout the year, especially with watching other influencers and kind of testing products along with their recommendations. So I'm going to kind of start with primers because that's the first thing that goes on my face, and I have tested all kinds of primers this year. And I started out with the Blur Stick a while back, and I did not like the Blur Stick at first. I started testing this, and at first I was not a fan, but I came back to it, and it just does something really good for the wrinkles on my forehead. It does something really good for this area in here. And so I go in with this first, and then I come in with my Cover FX. And I know I said I did not like the blurring primer, but this is the anti-aging primer from Cover FX. And so what I do is I go in with this one first, then I go in with this one, I let it sit for a few minutes. I may go in and kind of flour my hair a little bit, peel around in the morning. And so that's what I do in the morning. But I've already done my moisturizers and all my other skincare prep before I do any of that. Speaking of my skincare, the only skincare product that I'm really going to mention besides one other is my Ordinary. And I know I talk a lot about the Ordinary. I am going to probably make a video on the stuff that I do love from the Ordinary one day. But this is the one that I'm going to mention that's my absolute favorite. And it's the Natural Moisturizing Factors, which is the Natural Moisturizing Factors with HA. And this is the best moisturizer that I have tried. I've got a couple other people hooked on this already. I've had some friends locally who have said, hey, I want to try that. I think that when I got online and was looking at prices, it was $7 for this size. So that's really good. That's 100 mils of product for this size moisturizer, and this lasts me approximately 2 months maybe. And so I use this morning and night. That is a really good amount of product for 2 months. And so this is an every night product, every morning product. Yeah, I mean, it's great. So I would recommend that to anybody, dry skin, oily skin. I think it's a wonderful moisturizer. It beats drugstore prices, it beats high-end prices, and it's a great moisturizer. And I've said it before, if you order from Decay and you order other products with it, you're going to get a better price. So then if you're moving into foundation, the product that I would recommend for affordable side would of course be the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. When I first tried this, I was blown away at the coverage, the blendability, the skin line quality that I had with this. It just was phenomenal for me. It probably doesn't wear as well as the Double Wear. It wears as well, but not as long. I don't think that my concealer blends quite as well on top of it. But I think it's for drugstore and for the price, I think it's $12 at Ulta. As soon as I bought it, I went ahead and bought a different shade because it wasn't quite exactly what I needed. I think I mixed them, so I'm like F7, F8. Perfect. I mean, it's just a perfect drugstore foundation. I love it. Then I move into the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I wear Desert Beige and Ivory Beige, and I mix those. I would mix in the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, but it breaks me out. So I love this foundation. It's my holy grail. It's perfect for me. I did not try this until this year, and when I tried it, I really fell in love with it. I actually did not absolutely love it until I started trying it a second time, and then I just fell in love with it, and it's just perfect for me. It just does something really great for my skin, and it's been amazing for me. So I don't know, it's just done something really good for my skin. So yeah, Estee Lauder Double Wear is definitely a holy grail this year. I know I said in my video that I do not set with any loose powders. I set with pressed powder. I tried the Makeup Forever Duo Matte Pressed Powder this year, and this has been my holy grail powder. I stumbled upon it, and I love this stuff. I go in and buff it on with a BH Cosmetics brush, and I just love it. It just sets my face flawlessly, and it just is amazing. Then I set my under eyes with the Tutti Frutti collection. It's banana powder, and it is amazing as a pressed powder. This has been my holy grail under eye powder. When I was setting with any form of setting powder under my eyes besides that, I hated concealer. Didn't want to wear concealer until I tested that. So then when you move into concealer, I was like, oh, concealer is gross. Concealer is so horrible on me. And I would look in the bathroom mirror and think, oh my gosh, what is wrong with my under eyes? And so I started with trying to figure out something different for my under eyes. And so I got the Becca under eye, and I actually used the darker one, the corrector. And I use this one for my skin tone. And this is the brightening corrector for the under eye. And I love this thing. And I tap it on, and I don't use very much of this at all. I tap it under my eye, blend it out, and then I go in with the Tarte Shape Tape contour concealer. My box is so gross. But I use my Tarte Shape Tape, and then I buff it out with a Morphe brush, and I then go in and set it with the banana powder, and it is amazing. I love concealer now. It's actually not the process and makeup that I dread as bad. So it has been a life-changing experience with concealer. So definitely the process is not as tedious as it was. I mean, I'm still not like convinced that there's not something else out there, but it's not as just time consuming and tedious as it was. So I do like the Becca under eye brightening, and I would repurchase that for sure. So moving on to bronzer. This year I wanted to try, because everybody talked about it, I like the It by Pores bronzer, and I did actually hit pan on it, but this took its place rather quickly, and that is the MAC, the Give Me Sun. I wear this every day just about, and I love this. It just gives me the natural glow from within, bronzy look that I need for my skin, and I love this. This is my everyday bronzer. I have not hit pan on this, and I've been using this for at least 6 months, and I love it. I will definitely repurchase MAC Give Me Sun every time I run out of it. I love it. If they ever discontinue it, it would absolutely devastate me. Give Me Sun is my holy grail. Yes, I may be talking too fast, and I think I am muddying my words. It's my holy grail bronzer, and it is fantastic. I have tried some drugstore bronzers as well, and I do like those, but MAC Give Me Sun is phenomenal. So if we are moving into blush, the Flower Pots by Flower Beauty are wonderful. The warm hibiscus shade, my favorite. This is beautiful, blends out beautifully, looks beautiful on the skin. If you'll notice, I wear this in several videos. I wear this on a daily basis often. I love this. When I first got it, I couldn't put it down. So I love warm hibiscus. And then when I got the Bliss blush palette by Tarte, and I've already talked about this so many times that you guys are probably like, don't talk about that blush palette anymore. But this is so good. If you can still get this anywhere at Sephora, at Ulta, I know that you can get it on the Tarte website. This is so good. All these colors blend out easily. All these colors are beautiful. They are the Amazonian clay formula. They are so good. I recommend this blush palette. It's phenomenal. You get 4 blushes. I've been on the blush kick lately. I love these blushes. They are so good. So good. So I recommend them. I really do. One of my favorite highlights this year, and when I first got it, I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I wanted to try some things from Jouer. One of the things I wanted to try especially was their foundation, and I was not a fan, and this is a best of, so I don't need to say that. So let me not say that. Strike that. This highlight though is Citrine. I have talked about this a lot, so I won't go too much into detail, but definitely a best of. The Jouer highlighters are phenomenal. So get on there, find a color you love, and you will not be disappointed in their highlighters. The Jouer blushes, they are so good. The Jouer highlighters, they are so good. You will love them. This one I do build up a little bit because it is a little bit lighter on my skin tone. But for maximum impact, I go in with a couple layers, and it is just blinding. I'm not wearing it today, but just if you can tell, when I build it up a little bit on my skin, it is reflective and beautiful. So, highlighter of the year. I could not wait to get my hands on it, and when I did, look at that. Amrezy, anyone? That is what I'm wearing. And she's beautiful. She is so beautiful. I just love it. I love it. The Anastasia Beverly Hills and Amrezy highlighter is so good. Don't miss out. If this sells out and you miss it, you will be sad. It is so good. I do not regret having that here at all. It is so good. So I definitely recommend that you pick that up. When I talk about eyeshadow palettes, if I were to say that one from this year from the drugstore is my favorite, I would have to say that the Weekend Festival palette from BH Cosmetics is definitely my favorite drugstore palette, drugstore affordable palette, because this is definitely, and I have played with this a lot, they're good size pans, and I have definitely played with this a lot. There's been so many that I have picked up that you just can't tell how much I've actually played with this. But this is a beautiful palette, lots of color, lots to do with it. And this is definitely more affordable than when I picked it up, so run get it. BH Cosmetics is a very affordable brand. I just got the Zodiac Love Science palette, and I like it a lot too. but I would definitely suggest the Festival palette. I like that palette so much, and it really turned me on to the BH Cosmetics formula and made me want to try even more from the brand. So I think that that was a great palette, great choice, great color scheme, especially for when it came out. And it'll be even more fun this summer now that I'm even more comfortable with the blending process and colors. And so I'm really excited to have that in my collection, and I think it'll outlive many declutters. So if you had to pick just one palette for the year to win, and I went through a lot of palettes recently, so the Born to Run has to be just the palette to beat out palettes this year, because it's so versatile. And that's why I would say that this one is the one that this is a work appropriate versus, you know, you can do this for work, you can do this to go out, you can do this with so much. People do fun looks, people do work appropriate, people do so much with this palette, and you can wear it spring, winter, summer, fall. So this would be the one that I would say is the palette of the year. And so that's why I would definitely say that this is my best of 2018 palette. The one that I'm glad that I picked up, because I can pull this to work with shimmers. I can pull it to pair with other palettes. You know, this is the one that I'm glad that I picked up, because I can just grab this to go out of town. So I definitely would say that this one is one that I'm glad I picked up. It stays on my vanity. It doesn't get put away. You know, there are definitely higher ends that are my favorite, lower ends that are my favorite. You know, I have some luxuries that are my favorite of 2018. But if I had to say that one palette is just a standout, I need to mention to you guys that you should probably pick up if you're looking for one. And if somebody says, what would you recommend? That's one palette I should definitely have in my collection. That would be the one that I would tell someone. So that would definitely be the one that I would mention in this video. So, mascara and liner. I don't talk about these just a lot because they're not that sexy, but the Tarte Man-Eater liner, I have a larger one of these in my drawer over there. I love this liner. It's just really easy to use. It's simple. It's hard to mess up. I love the Lash Food Lash Primer. It does build your lashes up a little bit, give them some curl, and it also conditions them and helps them grow. So that is one reason I use this. I actually have a Lancome Seals Booster that I need to be testing out, and I haven't made myself do it yet. Lash Paradise is still one of my favorite mascaras. That's the word. I haven't made myself ever give this up, so I am extra, and I use two. Perversion goes on my top lashes because it does better on my top lashes, and it also tends to transfer on my bottom lashes. So I use Lash Paradise on the bottom and Perversion on the top. So these are my favorite mascaras of 2018. Hands down, holy grails. I don't live without them. Matter of fact, when I ran out last time, I bought backups of both. And so we are moving right along into lips. And so if we were going to say that I had favorite mauves, I would say that Huda Muse was probably my favorite mauve lip. And that is Huda Muse. That's not the greatest swatch in the world, but I love that. It just, and the reason I picked this one, I think this applicator just is so much easier to work with than most applicators. I didn't grab my nude lip, and I should have. I'll try to insert a picture on the screen, and I'll tell y'all about that one in just a second. This is, of course, Pat McGrath, and this is Unnatural Natural, and that's the shade. I immediately fell in love with this, and it's just this beautiful, like, brown color that just spoke to me. And I bought a liner to go with it when she was having her sale. Then my favorite nude this year is from Too Faced, and I will insert some pictures of those. It's the Natural Collection, and it is Pout About It. I love that lip so much. It's so good. It's just creamy and not drying, and it just feels so good. So if you are looking for a nude lip, the natural line from Too Faced, I know that you can still get those on the Too Faced website, so go check those out. They are so creamy and so good. I did not want to try this product. I thought this was crazy and bougie, and I fell into the hype, and I'm addicted. It's the Laneige Sleeping Mask, and it's so good. And if you're looking for a lip product to hydrate your lips and just make them feel so luxurious, this is it. I use it nightly. If I don't and I'm feeling extra lazy, then I go in with my next product, but I do use this daily. And this is the Pharmacy Honey Butter, and I love this. I wanted to see how much I have left. I actually have a backup. This is the Honey Butter from Pharmacy, and it has like beeswax and echinacea, green ivy, and honey. And what I do is I apply this before I ever put on lipstick in the morning. I do it while I'm putting on makeup. This is like my chapstick. This is my lip balm. This is my everything. People talk about a lipstick being drying. If you're going to put on a matte lipstick, whatever you're going to put this on before it, and it's going to make your lips feel so good. You will not know that that lipstick is drying, because this will just keep your lips so hydrated. It is so good. So sometimes at night I just put this on instead. It's so good. So good. That, I don't know why more people are not talking about that Pharmacy Honey Butter lip balm. This is so much better than other lip balms that I cannot believe people don't rave about this. This was one of those impulse purchases at Sephora, and I love it. Moving right along to, and I've talked about this before, the Strivectin Intensive Concentrate for Stretch Marks and Wrinkles. I still haven't taken any pictures for Instagram, and maybe I'll get to that confidence level where I might, but I really need to. I'm probably on my third tube of this, and the product's about right here. This is for stretch marks and wrinkles, but I put it on scars, I put it on cellulite, and it makes a difference. My scars have drastically improved. This product is voodoo, magic, witch doctor type stuff, and I don't care. I'll continue to buy it, and I love it. And yeah, it's my dirty little secret. It's wonderful, and I love to put this on after my bath. I try not to skip days. Sometimes I do, but it's wonderful. I don't always apply it twice a day anymore, but sometimes I do apply it twice a day. Sometimes I don't, but it is so good, and I love it. And I have at least been doing it 8 weeks, which is where you start seeing the best results. And I have seen so many good results with this product. I feel a whole lot more confident than I did when I began. I hope that wasn't really loud. So I was really skeptical about the Ultra Repair Cream from First Aid Beauty because of the Noxzema-like texture of this product, and I hope you can see that. But I love it, and I got it on sale during one of the Black Friday sales, and this stuff is so good. I use it in conjunction with one of my other balms, not balms, but like body butters, and this is so good. I don't use this every day because it is kind of expensive, but this is so really very good. I use it like every other day and another body butter the other days, and I really like it. speaking of other body butters, if it's not that one, it's going to be a body butter from Tea Tree. And I have almost every flavor, scent, whatever you call them, that Tea Tree has in these, and I love them. So this is probably the skincare product of the year for me, besides the Strivectin. These body butters are amazing. If you're not using them, these are so good, and they are better than any body butter I've ever used. They keep my skin hydrated. The fragrance doesn't leave your body, and they don't feel like disgusting on your hands, and that's what's important to me. I don't like feeling gross on my hands. And lastly, my hair care product is probably this Canra blow dry spray. If I don't use this in my hair, I use other hair care products and it's okay without this, but my hair doesn't smell as great. It doesn't feel as great, and it's just something about this heat protectant in particular. I just feel like I need this in my hair as well, and so I just really miss this product when it's not around. So I always try to keep this on hand. And matter of fact, when I didn't have this at the salon the other day, I said I'm gonna have to start bringing my own products when I come get my blowouts, because I really need this product when I come. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all of my best in beauty for 2018. I hope that you guys will share some of your best in beauty for 2018. Make sure that you're following me on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure that you like this video and comment. Tell me some of your best in beauty. And I hope that you are enjoying your holiday season. I hope that you are enjoying your love story and out there making one. Everybody deserves to be out there enjoying their love story. And until next time.